This is my big face. No. All right. Well, guys, it's time for some tactics. One second. Yeah. All right. I guess everyone is watching this Caruana Carlsen game. I don't mind. I'm gonna do tactics. Learn puzzles. I think I need to change this. There you go. There you go. Now you can see my tactics rating, which dropped down a lot lately. Okay, let's see if we can get over 2400 today. Okay, hey Karmar, hey Siberian Pig, sorry, wasn't looking at the chat. So you're not Karmar. Okay, you're here then. Nice, okay. So let's start with this position. What do we have here? I see we're 2 pawns down, but white's pieces are a little bit suspicious. This, I don't know. If the queen ever moves, there might be some pawn push to c2 dangerous for white. For example, like bishop takes. No, that's not working. Okay, maybe we need to find something more aggressive than that. Something related with sacrifices on e4, such as that cannot work either. Okay, it's a very complicated idea, but the caveman approach: bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, queen takes. Why not? Queen takes, and then rook check, knight down, and bishop d2, or even c2. So yeah, we might have some ideas related to this pawn being here and the back rank issues of white, but I don't think that direct approach should work. Let's see if the coffee makes effect. Hey Sakuho, road to 3K. Nah, road to 2K. Let's see. Takes. That's not good. Takes. Okay, so for the first move, I have several candidate moves. This is one, this is another, this is another, this is another. Basically all the captures. And apart from the captures, I'm not considering any other move, but maybe I should. Maybe there's some stupid fork like queen d6, for example. Yeah, maybe I'm just overlooking simple moves like this one, queen d6, forking these two pieces. Yeah. How would white defend against that? I don't see a defense. I mean, we're 2 pawns down, so maybe taking a piece is not entirely best. For example, queen here, queen takes pawn, bishop. Well, actually, queen takes pawn defends everything, right? I'm asleep, guys. I need more coffee. Queen takes pawn defends everything. So, are there any other ideas besides the captures? Maybe bishop here. Yeah, maybe bishop there could also be an idea. Need something simple. I need something simple here. I cannot see this, right? No, I cannot. Okay. So bishop takes, knight takes, queen d4. Then that makes more sense. Bishop takes, knight takes, then queen d4. That's a much better version of the fork, right? I'm not singing today, no, because today I'm on coffee, not on fizzy water. So I don't feel like I would sing. In fact, thanks for reminding me that I should delete yesterday's video. Okay, so bishop takes, knight takes, queen d4, and then maybe f4. No, f4 is the pawn is pinned, so there's no way for white to defend the knight. So we're gonna take a piece. So let's say white goes knight takes f7. Then we take the bishop, I think. We don't take the knight. We take the bishop, and that should be winning, because even though he has several pawns for the piece, this pawn c3 seems like winning. You only saw the first 30 minutes. Not sure what happened after that. Okay. I'm not sure either. Anyway, let's fail this one. Wow, I didn't fail it. Yes, I solved one. Wow. Now, I was not very confident that this was the solution. Anyway, let's continue. I need a more clear tactic to be sure. I see a challenge, I think, or what? No, a message. Black Bishop cheering me up. Thanks, man. Go Pepelu. Thank you. +6, yeah. Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? We have a very, very big fork. That's annoying. But our rook is attacking the queen. Our bishop can attack the queen as well. Very complicated. Okay, let's start with the direct one. If we take the queen, well, the material is equal, right? Yes, it is. We're just, yeah, it's equal. So if we start taking the queen, I'm assuming white has nothing but to take our queen. Then we trade rooks with check, and we take a free piece on c7. No, it cannot be that simple. Come on, it cannot be that simple. Rook takes, knight takes, rook takes check, rook takes, knight takes, rook d7, rook c8, or rook f7. No, rook f7, rook d8 check, bishop f8, bishop c5. That's risky, but rook c8. and we're a piece up. Is that simple? I mean, like the direct approach. Taking the queen is the most forcing move in the position, right? He will not do anything else but taking our queen. Okay, I'm gonna fail this one. Yeah, I failed it. Wow. So what was wrong with? I mean, here I was scared about this, but of course I don't have anything to be scared in this line. So what was wrong with rook c8? That's the question. Rook c8. What is wrong with this? I'm assuming check. If I go here, he takes on h7. If I go here, he has this and this. Yeah, maybe yeah, this was the problem. So rook f7. Yeah, okay, 18 points. Ugh, that. Not good. Not good. Too fast. I did it too fast. a1 equals queen. Okay, I can take here and promote with check. He's gonna promote as well. This is too crazy. Now, does he have a check? Well, he has some. He has some. And I was asking that because promoting is an option. The problem is, no, there's no problem. If our queen controls c1, there's no check for black. Queen takes d4. Wow, am I blind? Okay, so I promote, so we have a second queen. He takes here with check. I go queen e3, and black resigns, I think, unless there's this rook a2 sneaky idea, but it cannot work. It cannot. It shouldn't work. It shouldn't work. I guess we check, or even here, check. He has to go to g8, then we check here better, and then we have queen b3 check. Yeah, so I think that should be winning. Am I going too fast today, or yeah, maybe. The thing is, here there's this sneaky move because I think I cannot take here, but maybe I can. No, I cannot take here because now we lose our queen. So that was the trickiest, rook a2. But queen b7 is precise, because if king h8 we take the queen with check, if king g8 we go queen b3 check and take the rook. Well, actually maybe we take the queen first. Yeah, we take the queen first actually. For example, king f8 or king h7, king back to h7 makes sense. No, because then we do this and it's checkmate. Wait. What am I doing? I mean, this should be winning still, but okay, no need to complicate. Anyway, my idea is we cannot take the rook because he promotes, or trades first queens and promotes, and it should be a draw. But we take the queen. We allow this promotion because we're hitting the rook, so it's 2 queens versus 1. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, not a lot of legal moves here, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we take with the rook, that might not be the best, but it's possible. It's possible. I just don't see how will we win then. If we go here, I'm assuming he's gonna take on f1, and we're gonna be like a rook down. The same if we go to h1. So I'm assuming queen takes f2 and king g1 to be the only moves to consider here. Queen takes, maybe queen check. We have to go back to g3, and we're a rook up, I think. So yeah, if we take with the queen, what could black do? With a rook up there. I mean, if I go to g1, that doesn't feel right. queen right. Actually, rook takes f1 wins on the spot. So the first move has to be this one. There's no other move. There's no other move for the first move. All right. And now here is the question. If I don't go here, he's gonna take the queen. So it seems like the only move as well. Like king h1, rook takes queen, rook takes rook, and okay, maybe I can draw that, but I don't believe it. So far 2 forced moves, not very hard puzzle. And now this is the question. King here, king here, king here, which is stupid, of course. This is the only one that is clearly not the solution. This is probably gonna repeat. This is, I don't know, doesn't feel right, but maybe it's the solution. And the alternative, of course, is rook f2. Rook f2 is the most logical move here. Rook f2 doesn't seem to lose anything. It hits the queen has to move. If he trades rooks, if rook takes rook, queen takes, queen g4 check, we're gonna get out of the perpetuals with, for example, king h1. So yeah, rook here seems the most natural. Wow, this is not a hard puzzle at all. 2,188. Hey Tiscudo, what's up? What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? This was the easiest 2,100 puzzle ever. All the moves were forced. This is the only one not to lose. Takes. This is the only one not to lose. Here, okay, maybe here you can argue that king g1 is a move, but I don't know. Very easy. Dling, great. Dling, I'm sure that means something. Daling, great. Doing great. The L and the O are close in the keyboard, I'm realizing. Doing great, all right. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, just fine. Wednesday. Wednesday is not the best day for me. Kudo. I have classes until 9 and then I have to go home and okay, maybe we could do it if it's not too late for you, Kudo, we could do it on Wednesday 10 p.m. 10 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. That could be possible, although I will be tired. 10 p.m. sounds good. Okay, then let's do it. Have you ever done anything to integrate coding at chess? Maybe. Tired sounds good for me also, yeah. Maybe, Jeffrey, maybe. Okay, 94. Let's continue. What do we have here? I'd love to trap this queen. But my first idea is to trap the queen, but it takes some moves, right? Like rook here, move the queen out of the pin, I don't know, keeping this knight defended, maybe here, and then bishop here, then this hangs. It's not so immediately. Let's see. So the queen now can go here and here. So a very logical move would be, if not for the knight on d5, queen c7 would be a very natural move. Well, queen d7 is a move, and maybe we're actually threatening knight b6, right? So queen d7, this queen has no moves, but b8, b8. Sorry guys, I have some messages. Queen escapes to b8. No, I'm kidding, that wasn't the message. Okay, queen d7, yeah, maybe, I don't know. What about the forcing way? The forcing way, knight b6, he takes the pawn, threatens the knight. maybe, maybe that's not the best. Well, threatens the knight or not, because we have bishop b4 check. So, I know, with the knight here, with the knight on b6, we don't. Interesting. So if this was a game, I would castle. Like the most logical move here, but I'm assuming we need to go after the queen. Or after the knight. So how will we trap that queen? Whenever the queen goes to b8, e5 is attacked, and it's also an escape square for the queen. So that's also annoying. But if I want to remove the b8 square in the first place, it's not easy. Unless... it's not easy. It's not. Okay, if the queen goes to b8, I want knight c6 to be a killer move. For that to happen, I need the pawn on b5 to be defended. Yeah, that would be, if a6 is the move here, that would be awesome. a6. Oh boy, this cannot be that difficult, this position. Okay, sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. What do you study or teach? Chess? Yes. He made a resign button disappear. Yeah. How similar and different are chess and coding? Oops. Similar and different. It's a tough one. Checkmate Phantasms is now following. Thank you. Thank you. Which reminds me, I have a screen I'm not watching now. Give me a second. I have too many windows opened. Aha. I was missing this one. Hey, John John. Give me a second. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I hope you can hear me. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, I cannot catch up with the chat, probably. Someone said knight c7. No, that's not working. Bishop b7. I don't think that's working. Queen d7, that was what I said, but it didn't convince me. Cool, I forgot the name of the song. Which song? Yeah, the problem with queen d7 and knight b6 is queen b8 and queen takes e5. Now, bishop e7, I'm assuming white just trades queens and nothing happens. If not, queen takes a7, which could also potentially be a move. Yeah, but I'm assuming white just trades queens and is out of danger. So the most promising for the moment is queen d7, but it's not like we have an immediate threat. Do we? Maybe we do. Maybe knight b6 is a threat. Okay, so I wanted b5 to be defended, but it's defended with the knight on b6. Okay, so that makes knight c6 a strong move, a strong follow-up move. So queen d7, we're threatening knight b6, queen b8, knight c6. What can white do then? White should try, for example, c4. Oh, that doesn't stop knight b6. Oh, cool. Cool. I knew Pepelu was Chinese. What? Chinese? So queen d7, what can white do to save the queen? Bishop e3, I guess. Bishop e3 makes sense. Queen d7, bishop e3. The queen is still slightly trapped after knight b6, bishop takes, pawn takes. Yeah, that's queen b8. Still queen b8. Okay, so queen d7, bishop e3. I think we castle. Aha. So we take and castle, and then bishop a6 is a strong threat, or bishop a6 is a strong threat, and the queen has no moves. If queen b8, not so simple. Not so simple. It smells good, but I'm not sure. Queen d7, bishop e3. What if we castle first? Instead of taking on e3, we castle. Queen takes a7. That doesn't feel right. Queen d7, bishop e3. I think we need to either chop it or threaten the queen. Let's say we chop. Of course. No, not of course. Not of course. What about bishop g2? Bishop g2, let me try it. No, wouldn't allow me. No, I cannot do bishop g2. Okay, it's been a long while with this one. I'm gonna play queen d7 and it's not the solution. Let me try the most natural move. It's not the solution. The tricky one, it's not the solution. The direct one is the solution. Wow. Why? I don't understand why. Ugh. Don't understand any of this. I don't understand anything. So queen d7, I'm assuming bishop e3 to be the move. And it is. Okay, also queen b8. according to the engine. Yeah, queen b8 first. Yeah, so there's no knight c6 because queen takes b5. Yeah, of course. I should have seen this. Now, knight b6. Why knight d6? What happens after queen takes it? I mean, queen here. Okay, that's easy one. But queen takes. Also this. So easy. So easy. Voldemort Gambit, thanks for the follow. Okay, we need to kill the queen or the king in this position, right? Probably the king, given all these pieces. All these pieces. We need to kill that king. Okay, caveman approach, probably. Well, it's interesting, actually. It's very interesting. I guess he would block with rook d5. So bishop takes, king takes, queen b7 check. Rook d5 maybe, but rook d5, knight takes d5. The thing is, if bishop f3, I probably can take the queen. Bishop takes. Oh, I wanted a check, but it's not good. No, okay. Too much, too direct. Let's try something slightly more subtle, like rook takes, queen c6. That's not the worst, but maybe just f3. Yeah, maybe just f3. Okay. There's g6 as well. We have a lot of pressure on this rook, and yeah, that might be a problem. Rook take bishop, then queen take back, then do the bishop move. He takes with queen, then you have a ping. What? Rook takes bishop. Okay, first he can try trade here first, but okay, let's assume he takes. And then you say, then queen take back, then do the bishop move. Which bishop move? The bishop takes d2? Then I don't have a ping if I don't have a bishop to ping. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Fimbulwinter, with the knight. With the knight? Do I have a ping with the knight? I didn't know knights could ping pieces. Actually, what I would love to do is the typical checkmate, sacrificing on h2. Can we set up something like that? Like, for example, queen takes knight. The problem is he takes on d8, right? That's the problem. Okay, so because of this problem, I'm very tempted to take here first, but I don't know how that helps our position. I might just take the knight. Might just take the knight. The problem is rook d8 check. I cannot take it. So that's a problem. Bishop g2 after rook d1. So rook takes, and bishop g2, king g2. Now he has the f1 square. I have to be careful with that. And I don't see any difference between this and doing bishop g2 immediately. I might have a fork on f4, but then I need the queen to be already on h5, I think. Still, can I make that work? Yeah, probably. So So the idea is takes, for example, takes, check and take the queen. That should be winning for us, but we need to do it in the forcing move order. I think this is the most forcing, rook d1, because the bishop is still pinned. Then after rook takes, what is more forcing, bishop g2 or rook h5? I'm assuming rook h5. Rook h5, if the queen does not take, we might even have some checkmate ideas on h2 with e4. And only after he takes, we do bishop g2. I think that should be it. Nope. Nope. Oof. Ay, 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 ay. That's the one I thought before, but I didn't think this would work. Wow. Wow. I mean, I thought here in this position he would do this. No, I'm going down, Karmar. And I'm missing a lot of things. Maybe I shouldn't be doing tactics. I don't understand why this would be good for black. Ah, because we're threatening mate. Whoa. My goodness. Okay, let's continue. No, I think the problem is not in the tactics. I'm like too distracted today. Okay, what do we have here? We need to checkmate this guy. That's one idea. Very slow. This is threatening mate, but surely not the best move. Black has no obvious checks. Black is a piece up. d4 blocking to threaten queen check here could be interesting, but then we don't have mate because he defends both squares. So it's not the check we should be interested in. But okay, it's always nice to block the queen. This check on f6 might be useful at some point. What else? What else could we do here? Okay, how do I threaten mate? With this move. That's one move that threatens mate. Is there any other? I mean, rook g7 threatens mate, but I'm not going to consider it. Yeah, queen h5. Is there any other move but king h7 to defend against the mate? BDSM king, can I 20 score? Sure, of course you can. There you have the link. There you have the link. Okay, queen h5 seems promising. Queen h5 threatening mating 1, ways to defend, queen d2, king h7, and no other move to defend, right? Okay, so let's start with queen d2, which strange looking move. Maybe not so bad. Let's start with king h7. King h7, rook f7, queen f7, knight g7, queen g6, king h8. It's like holding somehow. It's like holding. Okay, king h7. I must have something better than that. Ah, wait. Rook f7, queen g6, king h8. Almost there. Queen h6, rook h7. And because of the queen being here, I have no mating ideas. Queen h5, not really a forcing move. Well, it's the most forcing I can find, Karmar. It forces either king h7 or queen d2. I don't see any other move for black. It's the most forcing move I can find. I mean, queen h7 is a forcing move, but not the kind of move we're looking for. Queen h5, king h7, rook f7, queen g6, king h8, queen takes rook. Not good enough. It's not good enough. Shit. So I'm tempted to go d4 because in all those lines I really want to have a queen f6 check later. The problem is d4 is very slow. So d4 black might have some ways to come defend, like queen e3. Yeah, I don't like that. Or even knight takes d4. No, knight takes d4 is a suicide. Okay, so d4 and queen h5 are the moves I'm considering. And the one I like is queen h5. Queen h5 is the one I like. So queen h5, king h7. Okay, I'm gonna fail this one. Yeah, okay. Now I need to understand it. Now I need to understand it. Okay, first this one. This feels a strange move. Maybe queen e5, maybe rook f7. Let's see what the engine suggests. Rook f6. Ah, yeah, rook f6 now, of course. Yeah, rook f6 now. Yeah, that's the easy. And king h7. Rook f7, queen f7, of course. And then after knight g7, d4. And after queen g7, rook g7, of course. So knight g7, d4. Ah, look at this cute little move. There's only one check. No more checks here. And of course rook g does never work because of this. Nice. Okay. So we have some ideas like take and push. That's the first idea that comes to mind. Also pushing this to go for the checkmate. The queen is weird on b8. I'm assuming material is equal. It seems so, yes. This is under pressure. So f6, blah blah blah. Doesn't feel like it's amazing. Take, push. Uh-huh. Yeah, f6 is interesting to have some attacking ideas. Like f6, bishop takes, rook takes, pawn takes, bishop d3. Feels very slow. Feels very slow. Queen g4. Queen g4 would be a great move here. Oh no, I cannot do it. F6 takes, queen c2. Doesn't work. F6 and bishop d3. Does that work or not? It's too much, right? It's too much. What about knight takes e5? Yeah, that was the first thing I said. But then what? I mean, knight takes e5, pawn takes, I push the pawn, he takes. And I take, he moves the knight. I'm just trading pieces, I feel. I feel I'm trading pieces. And opening the bishop on b7. And maybe f6 after the bishop takes. So knight takes e5, pawn takes, push the pawn, and if bishop takes d6, then f6. I don't know, man. Maybe. I still don't see the point. Okay, maybe there's a more direct approach. Bishop takes knight, queen takes, rook c1. Looks hard to stop queen d2 to h6. But is that winning? If that's winning, why not f6 in the first place? Why would I sacrifice the knight when I might need it for the attack? I'm struggling to calculate today. Because there weren't any be any dark square support, there wouldn't be any dark square support. Yeah, but if I start with f6, if he takes with the bishop, I take it. And if he takes with the pawn and the bishop remains on e7, I can go to h5 or h6, as you point out, with the queen. And if he tries like to move the rook and go bishop f8, I have bishop d3, and I don't need the dark squares to win. After f6 you have the pawn f6 with the knight takes e5 line. No, with the immediate f6 I also have the pawn, because if he takes with the bishop I take it. The way I see it, in my line I sacrifice an exchange, in your line I sacrifice a piece to get the same. I don't see any mate after that line. I don't see any mate after any line. That's how slow I am. I mean, I'm smelling. There must be a mate. If I get my queen to h6 and the bishop to d3, for sure there's a checkmate. There's a checkmate pattern there. If I get the queen to h6 and the rook to f3, or the rook to a3, I see mates also. So yeah, if I start with knight takes e5, well, first black is not forced to take it. Black can, for example, play maybe knight takes d5. What about that? And then we go knight d7. So if knight takes e5, pawn takes e5, f6, that's your line. He takes with the bishop. No, your line is d6 first. So knight e5, pawn takes e5, d6. Bishop takes d6, f6. Then he plays, for example, g6. Risky, but... And if queen takes d6, there's knight d5 maybe. I don't know, I don't trust any of those lines. But I spent a lot of time already, so I'm gonna fail this. Yes. That was lucky. That was lucky. Hey, John. So I'm assuming several good moves from this point: queen d2, queen e1, or bishop d3. Let's see what the engine thinks. Bishop d3 has to be the move. Knight e3 also, but bishop d3 mainly. Bishop d3 is the move, is the winning move here. Yeah, which was what I said in the first place, but right? Yeah. When I thought about this f6 idea, I wanted this, but it seemed slow. But of course, once you see this, it's not so slow. So probably black can try this, check, and this. Now what? I would have got that too. Okay, several moves here, I guess. Or even this, yeah, of course. Take. This is maybe the easiest. Although it's not winning. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is winning. Oh, this is not check. No, wait. I'm complicating things here. Queen g4, yes. Queen h4 or queen f5. Okay, queen f5 and bishop. Queen takes b6 is the ending move. So what happens after e4? We just take it. Oh snap! There's a move I missed in this line. This move, bishop d4. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Rook check. Okay, that's the obvious move, and the non-obvious moves. Which do we start with? Okay, this allowing rook takes c7 mate, we can already reject it. So king e8 or taking. I will take. I don't see any problem in taking. This queen has one square, right? This knight is defended, this rook is defended, and this square is defended, so, and this. So the queen has to go to a6. So for example, after knight takes, rook takes, king e8. Both queen and rook are on pre. But it cannot be that easy. By the way, king e8, knight takes c7 is mate. So the first move is obvious. It's the only one. Now is when we have to think. This allowed check. No, this hits the rook. This feels that this has to be the good move. But there's a little trick. Okay, if king here, rook takes. If we take the queen, there's knight d6 check. And he can take our queen, which is going to be bad for him, but most importantly, he might try to do a perpetual check. Although after king here, I don't see it. Yeah, so I think we're good. Yes, we're good here. Okay, that was an easy one, more or less. 2200 almost. Okay, here we have a threat against us. We have some interesting ideas. Thanks, John. Pawn takes is also a very forcing move. Yeah, we need to be careful with the checkmate, so we cannot do like bishop c2. So okay, the most forcing move, pawn takes, king takes. How can we continue there? Knight check, I don't like it. Queen g5 check, knight g6 maybe. Keep up the good work and you will be 2400 in no time. Yeah, well, I don't think so. I'm still below the starting number today. These puzzles are too hard for me. Well, for me as well. This is what makes us stronger. I can chop the bishop also. That's the safest. Then there's no threat, and I can play slow moves like queen g5. Not the worst, not the worst. Tihan would say simple puzzle. Yeah, this is probably simple. Simple chess. So if I chop the bishop, well, he has two options, which makes things, well, three options. Okay, let's say for example this. I wanted to try some sneaky deviations of that queen, but they don't work. Knight f5. Oh, you might be right, John. Knight f5. I like that one. What the plan is after that? Okay, but no, it's definitely a move that totally escaped my mind. And the plan is checkmate, of course. The plan is checkmate, and not being checkmated. For example, if the king goes back to h8, we might go queen g5, defending the mate and threatening our own mate. Still feels a little bit too slow. Game over, says Chescudo. Wow. How so? How is it game over? Queen g5 we can throw, and then knight f5. But queen g6. No, with our knight still on e7, we go queen g5 check. So knight g6 has to be played, then knight f5 check, and then we have to be careful. King must go to g8. King must go to g8. Okay, so pawn takes, king takes, queen g5 check, knight here, knight g5, knight f5 check, king g8. We should be winning. We should be. How do we do it? Queen f6 first. How do we play queen f6 first? I don't get the line. Okay, let's start over. Takes, takes. Where is queen f6? After queen g5, knight g6, queen f6 check. Forcing king h6, knight f5. Yeah, that line is forcing and works. You're right, Kudo. Ooh. Good one. Yeah. Here, queen. Here, here. And at least this, right? Is there anything better? No, we don't have a mate here. Do we? Yeah, this is gonna be mate. Yeah, this is gonna be mate. I'm assuming this might be the best move. It's pinned. No. Wait, then I don't know. Yeah. Let's continue. 4 green in a row. Yeah, go, go, go. All very lucky. All very lucky and with help. f6. Obviously we're winning because black just played f6. So how do we do this? Knight f5 at the end there was mate. I didn't see knight f5 mate. You trolling me? I'm too slow today, man. Now I need to go back to see that. So I tried this and this. And I don't know which line are you talking about because there's knight f5 here. The knight is on f5 here. And I think I've shown the line with this check and taking the queen. And we're threatening knight f5 mate, that's true. I don't know if this is what you meant. Alright, I'm gonna continue. Analyzing puzzles after they are completed. This is why Pepe is better than me. As shown by the accuracy of my solutions to the tactics. Yeah, doesn't really matter winning anyway. Yeah, a win is a win. Okay, f6. So we're winning. Okay, if this was a game, if this was a bullet game, I would play d5. Since it's not, I should consider other moves. Maybe bishop b5. Yeah. The thing is that knight is not pinned, so I'm not sure what are we achieving by putting pressure to the knight. For example, like this, what are we achieving? Really, what are we really achieving? Maybe bishop a6 makes much more sense. Bishop a6 forces the rook to be in a place where the knight is actually pinned, and then we can go with d5. Now that makes slightly more sense. So maybe after bishop here, he has to move the rook out and allow 2 pieces for a rook. And the material is 6-6. Material is equal. Okay. So bishop a6 is really tempting. If rook c7, I go d5, then he might try knight b4 and give up the exchange, but then a7 falls, so that should be winning. So after d5, yeah. Yeah, that seems terrible for black. So I'm assuming bishop a6, black will just step out and allow takes, takes, takes. And okay, we have 2 pieces for a rook. Should be winning, but maybe it's not enough. Maybe it's not enough. Should be. Should be. If only we could have something better. So bishop here, rook d8. Can we have something better than rook takes c6? I don't see it. Takes there. Bishop. I think it has to be it. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Okay, let's stop and think again. Rook takes c6, bishop takes, rook takes, and is enough or not? Or do we have something better like d5? d5, knight to e5. Okay, for example, if d5, knight b4 might be annoying because there's a fork on a2. So bishop c4, b5. Ugh. I don't think d5 threatens anything. Actually, it helps that knight to go to a more active square, so I'm going to chop it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there was this problem, and yeah, so this is the only move, and probably this, and yeah. Probably white's still better, but not winning. Okay, let's continue. We have a fork here. If only we don't get checkmated, that could be... e6 was a move too. e6 was a move too. e6 was a move too. I don't get e6. I don't get e6. Okay, then I guess I need to go back to the puzzle and understand. Your bishop is hanging, but taking e6 would attack his bishop. Okay, I'm gonna see it now. In which position? In which position, John? e6 is a pawn right now. It's not a move, e6. So, in which position are you suggesting? with a knight on b4. So okay, in this line, knight b4. Instead of bishop c4, you suggest taking on e6. Yeah, but again, that has to be great for black, right? He takes a pawn like on d7, and this is not winning by any means. this is probably equalish, like 0.2. Let's see what the engine thinks. Minus 0.2. Whoa, already minus 0.1 now. Already not good for white. Now I'm assuming white has to keep as much material as possible and keep this pawn here, not trading it, just to keep something. Okay, let's see what the engine thinks here. Bishop c4 plus 1 plus 0.7 now plus 1.2. Yeah, okay, bishop c4 still advantage white, but not enough, not a winning advantage. Yeah, in general, you don't want to do that trade, John. It's a strategical idea. You don't want to give, if you compare this position, where you still have this pawn, if black trades, you're going to have a pass pawn there. So you have some space there. And the rook, and you keep the material. Yeah, so you have attacking chances against this exposed king. It's much better than simplifying, where, you know, we lost the d pawn, now this rook is awesome. And black is perfectly safe. This knight has this anchor point. Nah, this has to be very pleasant for black now. Okay, let's continue. So here, yeah, I saw this fork, and I'm assuming king somewhere. I don't know, let's say king b8, queen takes bishop, and I guess the problem is queen d3, right? But if only queen d1 is made, queen f1. I was about to say queen b3 would defend, but queen b3, queen f1. Ooh. Can he draw? If you mean in the previous position, black already had a slight advantage in the resulting position after taking on e6. Prevent. No, he wins in that line. He doesn't draw in this line. I'm showing. If queen check, king b8, queen takes, queen d3, I think black is winning. It's not a draw. I think it's winning. Maybe 92. Oh, I didn't see 92. Yeah, I'm stupid. No, but for example, queen b3 stopping queen d1, queen f1 is checkmating 2. So okay, 92. Yeah, 92. Queen takes d2. No. Queen takes d2 is there. Okay, 92 is not a move. Then you have rook h1. I do have rook h1. That stops everything, right? Queen e3 check, king b1, and I run. Yeah, rook h1 seems okay, and the queen is still not attacking g2, so yeah. After rook h1, maybe queen check, king b1, queen f2. We always have b4 or rook g1 there. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the piece. Okay, the only one that makes sense, right? Or is any use on this one? No, because queen f2 would be check. Good. Endgame. Annie Ketkelgandre, hello. How are you doing? Okay, this is an interesting one. Because it's not obvious, not immediately obvious. F5 is really tempting, but it's stupid. Yeah. D2, let's go. D2, that's like the last move I would consider. D2, no, I can't believe D2. No, this bishop has no squares. I think that's part of the problem. We need to exploit. So moves that I'm considering are king f6, king d6, basically. I don't see a good move for the bishop, but I'm sure there's one. Okay, I think a very easy plan is this one. And then c3, c2. We need to count tempi there. The thing is, even if he sacrifices bishop for pawn, we're still promoting. So that seems like a very strong plan. He can go to h6. I don't know what you mean. With the pawn, you mean? Like he can reach h6? I mean, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we push. And even if he pushes immediately, we promote first. Check. King here only move. Oh, maybe we even checkmate. Instead of going for the promotion, we would go king c3 and checkmate. He promotes, we checkmate. We have two checkmates, with pawn or with bishop. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so he sacrifices now. And okay, he did in a very good moment, the sacrifice. I'm assuming we have to take the bishop now. There's no other move, right? And we're still in time. Like this, this, and it's not so obvious, not so immediate. I'm assuming this wins, but because this king can enter. Couldn't he have went d6 too first? Not sure what you mean. I'm gonna check it out now. Yeah, this is actually good for white. So I committed a mistake here. Here. Ah, bishop c3. Cute. Or king takes d5, but then bishop c3 is the idea. Not bishop f8. He has to go here. Yeah, of course. And that makes things much easier. Still have to be careful with this overloaded bishop. Couldn't he have went d6 first? I'm not sure what you mean. So I started with king d6. Here. King here. You mean like d6 now? I guess we take it. But yeah, it's a tricky, sneaky, tricky move. I guess we need to take it. Or not. No. We go king d4. And we go bishop e7. So very, very tough puzzle, really. I mean, the solution is simple, but I was supposed to see all this. Of course, I only saw the caveman approach. This, check. And mate next move. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we're in check. And we have two legal moves. One of them loses the queen with double triple check. No, with double discover check. So if I take the bishop, knight takes seems like winning to me. So I'm assuming bishop takes the only move. And now we think. Okay, so we have this sort of idea. In general, hitting the queen is nice because the queen is tied to defending the bishop. This is hanging as well. How do we do this? The queen has to go to one of these two squares. Here we have knight here, and here we have pawn here. So we might be winning the bishop. Might. Let's try it. I didn't see that one. There was a pawn hanging there, okay. Interesting. So now I have this forking knight here. Got lucky there. Yeah, and of course if the queen goes here and here, I do this and we win the bishop. Okay, 4 points, let's continue. Queen there. How much time did we spend? Not that. Uptime, please, Nightbot, sorry. Nightbot. Okay, alright. Okay, let's try to make 2 hours. I think that's a good goal. And let's put a random code. Okay, what can we do here? This is interesting to put pressure on this ping. Something like c5 followed by queen a7. It's one idea. There might be interesting ideas this side of the board as well. Okay, pawn pushes, there might be queen b5, right? c5, there might be queen b5. Queen b5, knight e, c6. No, queen a7 anyway. c5, queen b5, queen a7. So the idea of c5, queen a7 seems strong. And I'm saying the coordinates wrong. I'm saying c5 and a7, it's f4 and h2. So f4 and queen h2. Let's say, for example, queen goes back, then queen is forced to... if he defends the rook, only if queen f6, he can go bishop g7 then. Yeah. Well, then there's the crazy queen h2 first, queen takes f4, and I don't know what's happening. If bishop f4, we take on h8. If queen f4, we take on f4. Wow, that's an interesting one. Queen h2, and he probably cannot take the pawn on e3 because of f4. bishop f4, rook h8, and then queen e2. Oh no, then our rook is hanging on h8. That's too crazy. Do passes get harder when your rating increases? Yes. Yes, they do. So queen here, queen takes e3, f4, bishop takes rook h8 check, king d7. Queen h7 check. And we won material. And we're not checkmated, and we have a tempo to save our bishop. So that should be winning. So queen h2, I'm assuming queen e3 to be a blunder. But f4 is a big time threat. And because we're already putting pressure on the bishop, there's no time for queen f6. So queen h2 seems right. I'm gonna do it. Okay, now this should beat, right? This should beat. I'm not missing anything. Let's go. And ooh, tricky. So we take on h6. He trades. Ah, we have queen g5. What am I thinking? It's not tricky at all. We have, if rook h8, we have queen g5. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think the key factor here was here after queen h2. Yeah, we're threatening both f4 and queen c7 with terrible consequences for black. So it seemed like this counterplay was necessary, but the beautiful f4, defending the bishop, attacking the pin, that seemed pretty strong. Queen takes fails to this, and bishop takes fails to check, king up, and of course not saving the queen and the bishop because the rook is hanging, but just queen check. King has to move or block. Let's block. We save the bishop, and we have everything defended, and we took a rook, so we're a rook up here. You are too fast for me. Sometimes they tell me that. It's not always good to be fast, you know. It would be lovely to have to be able to take here, but we can't. We can't. Now, the obviously winning move is bishop h6. Bishop h6 is winning. So what about bishop f4? Maybe too slow. A grandmaster would be able to take there. Yeah. I mean, I can take here, but not good. Okay, bishop f4. If queen d3, bishop h6, black resigns, right? So bishop f4 creates a very strong threat, right? It does. It has to be strong. Yeah, but I see different moves for black. This is not very forcing. f5, h5. f5, maybe the easiest. f5, bishop h6, rook f7. King g7, you say? Okay, king g7. I didn't think about that, but also that's okay. That one feels slightly risky. For example, queen takes bishop, I think leads to checkmate. King g7, queen takes bishop, king takes, bishop h6 check, rook e8 mate next move. So it's okay, king g7 doesn't work, but maybe f5 works. Maybe f5 works. And maybe even h5 works, because okay, after h5 we're winning a piece. We're also checkmating. Okay, maybe then it doesn't work. We're also checkmating. Okay, I thought we were only taking a piece and then he would take our piece and draw, but no, we're threatening mate. So maybe after bishop f4 it's forced to push the f-pawn to have rook f7. He can also try to move this bishop to have pushing this and defending the bishop like that. So for example, bishop f4, bishop e6, bishop h6, push d5, and black seems to be safe again. So and if he has bishop e6, then he has also bishop c4, bishop e7, etc. Bishop c6. So maybe several options. How about queen d8 to attack the rook and then move the rook king? Oh, I like that idea. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, as long as we're not checkmated, and we're not, that seems very powerful idea. Yeah. Yeah, queen d8, that's a great move. That is a great move. The knight blocks the queen's back rank. Yeah. How much better is queen d8 than queen b8? Queen d8 also defends d6 just in case. For example, some lines we want to take on d6. But yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't know, queen d8 is more natural, but rook b7. Yeah, rook b7 as well. Yeah, that's true. Rook b7. So queen d8. If he takes, I'm assuming we don't take the rook. We take here probably. Yeah. Yeah, queen d8. I like it. All right. Now we do take the rook. We do take the rook. Yeah. Yeah, here, I mean, taking the rook is an exchange up, but I think this should be probably stronger. There's no time for this because we're threatening mating one. Okay, let's continue. So I'm gonna make 2 hours in half an hour. All right, half an hour. 1 second, checking some messages. Nothing new here. All right, so let's see this one. Bishop b5. Okay, we have a fork here. I see 3 only move, maybe, just maybe. Then what's going on with d4? Takes, we take with the king. Queen h5, what? 993 followers? We're getting there, man. We're getting there. So queen a5 check, knight c3, d4, bishop d7, king d7. Only move right, and then he castles. Wait. Maybe it's not so easy. Maybe it's not so easy. Check. Knight c3. Push. Check. If we take with the knight, there's queen e4 check, queen takes d4. So we have to take with the king, I think. But then he castles, pinning our pawn and attacking it. And I don't see how do we win material. Not having numbers and letters on the board. Come on guys, you need to practice those. Yeah, why did I... I think we changed this preference the last time we played blindfolded. Give me a second, I think I can fix that for you. Preference board geometry, maybe? No. Preferences, I guess. Preferences, I guess. Destinations, board coordinates, inside the board, outside the board, outside the board. The Lichess exercise for coordinates helped me a lot learning them. Yeah, we've done that at some point in the stream. Okay, so learn puzzles. Okay, let's see, maybe now you have the coordinates. You probably do. So, queen a5 check, knight c3, d4, bishop takes d7 check, king takes d7, long castle or rook d1. Both of them pinning the pawn, and I don't take the knight. Maybe bishop b4 check and then something with the queen to build up pressure. Yeah, but it seems slow. That seems slow. Okay, John. Maybe after queen check and knight c3, just bishop b4 without pushing pawns. Still with the threat d4 if necessary. Yeah, I think the first move has to be this one. And now I'm thinking bishop b4 instead of d4. Then he trades bishops, yes, then he trades bishops as in the other line, but now at least we can take with the knight if we feel like that. And we can add rook c8 then to win the piece. So yeah, I'm more confident in bishop b4 here. And we take the piece here. Yeah, it was very tempting to play d4, but it was not a good move here. Takes. If we take with the knights, we don't win the piece. And if we take with the king, we don't win the piece. Good. Okay, here it's very tempting to trade queens here to open the rook. Also, this is very tempting, hitting a lot of stuff at the same time. Actually, he can't take because after bishop takes, he loses the queen. So knight c4 seems like a crashing move to me. Knight e7 check doesn't help, just king b8 or king f8, sorry. Yeah. So knight c4, hitting this rook. And it's a full rook because the knight is overloaded. knight c4 has to be winning. Yeah, king f8 I assumed to be the move here. Yeah, otherwise he would check here. Okay, puzzle goes on. So can we just take the rook? What's his threat? Maybe we just trade queens first and then take the rook, because again the knight would be overloaded. Seems the simpler. Trade queens and take rook. Free rook. No. Not free rook, because then he regains the piece, or not. No, he's not regaining the piece, so... What was the problem here? I don't understand. Okay, so what happens after queen takes? Knight takes, bishop c3, bishop c1, or bishop h6 check. Ooh, knight takes, bishop here. He has this check to save before taking here. Wait. And this? How is this not winning? Oh, because we have a problem. We have a problem here. Whoa, this was very subtle. This was very subtle. I didn't even realize. We should keep queens to prevent this. This was a tough one. Oof. Yeah, we keep it defended, and after the queen trade, we defend it again. Oof. Very hard to spot that one. Okay. Well, rook takes is very obvious, but maybe we have something better. What can be better than that? What can be better? Maybe he throws c2 check, rook takes d5, c2 check, and we might do king c1, just for the fun of not allowing any more checks. Then we're winning, right? Yeah, I think this has to be it. Maybe I'm going too fast. King c1 again. Or even this, wait. This is also interesting. Rook d3 check, bishop e6. Rook g3 check, king f7, rook f1 check, king e7. Bishop g5 check, king d6, rook d1 check, king c5. Now I'm not sure. Okay, wait, after this check, this is only move, right? Then this check, only move, then rook d7 check. Rook e7. Ay, 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 ay. Rook e7, maybe rook f1 check. Okay, rook d3 check, bishop e6. Wait, rook d7 then. Rook d3 check, bishop e6, rook d7. And the big threat is rook g1. He's pinned, so he has no checks. c2 check, king c1. Is he gonna stop rook g1 with mate? Yeah, I think that should be it. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think this is the only move now, because of the crisscross attack here. And I was thinking rook d7 here to win. Let's see what the engine thinks. Rook g1 check, rook g3 check, rook takes c3. Everything wins here. Okay, and rook d7 also wins. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Okay, everything wins. This is huge threat. Okay, cute one. Let's continue. Interesting. So we have this check that seems like trapping the king into a mating net. So for example, if the king goes here, there's mating 1. If the king goes here, there's... That's toughest. If the king goes here, this leads to mate as well. So the only question is what happens after king h7. Queen f5 check, king must go to h8. And then... maybe the move is not queen f5, maybe that's the trick. Maybe bishop check, king here. Oh, but if I go here, he can just give up the exchange to prevent the mate. So yeah, we should keep checking. Check, king h7. Well, after checking h8, maybe I can go bishop takes d5, threatening the knight. Okay, I think the first check has to be this one. And now, check, king h8, bishop takes d5 is my idea. Is there anything stronger than that? Oh yeah, there is. I think there is. I think there is knight f4 here. Yeah, exactly, Bianca. I think knight f4 here is very, very strong. So knight f4 rook takes, queen takes, and we still have some chain mating ideas. Not immediate, but okay, we should win. Do I have something stronger? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Well, now I have to think if this makes sense, and it doesn't, so yeah. Good, 10 points. Knight takes d4. Okay, so this is hanging now, the queen is hanging, so we better do something fast. Okay, the obvious is pawn takes, solves both problems, but we have the intermediate knight takes f6. We have the stupid bishop e5. So knight takes f6, pawn takes bishop e4, knight takes e2, so yeah. Probably we need to start with pawn takes knight. Because after knight takes f6, pawn takes f6, pawn takes d4 is not good, I assume. Pawn takes e5, bishop e4, queen takes d4 check, bishop e3. Well, it's interesting. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen... No. He can start with queen takes, and then take on e5, yeah.
Sí. Hola Roberto. Sí, estou.
So
Vale. Vale, perfecto.
So if I take on d4, queen takes d4,
Vale,
check,
perfecto. Pues quedamos así.
king moves,
Ajá,
or
está
bishop e3, one of the two. Let's say king here, he takes our knight. If only we could checkmate there. But if I remove the knight first, takes, how do I continue? With pawn takes, queen takes. Doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. So pawn takes d4, queen takes d4, king h, bishop e3, let's say, bishop e3, queen takes e5. I have no clue. We cannot win the queen with any discover attack, we cannot trap the queen. Maybe bishop check, but he takes the bishop, right? Bishop check, knight takes bishop. I don't know, but don't believe it. Check there, take, check. Take, check in there, takes, check, he has to take that away, then I have this check, and I don't know. What after pawn takes knight? Yeah, I think pawn takes knight is the move I'm gonna do. But I still don't see the whole solution. That's why I'm wondering. Because I don't know what to do after queen takes e5. And I have an alternative move, knight takes f6, which seems to have the same problems. So that's why I'm taking my time in the first move. Karmar, queen takes d4 check, and then queen takes e5. So knight takes f6 check, pawn takes f6, pawn takes d4, queen takes d4 check, king h1, No, no king h1. Let's say bishop e3. Bishop e3, queen takes e5. Ah, both lines are very similar. Well, it's a random pick. Yeah, this is pawn. Yes. Okay, now. What about knight f2 defending the knight on e5? I think this is the move we missed earlier. Now that we're in this position, it strikes as a good move. Yes. Simple chess. Even with a coin, you can solve it. Okay, next one. King d3. Well, this is a way to open up that king, for sure. Takes, rook d8. At least we regain the material. We can also start with rook d8, but maybe it's too slow. Ah, our queen is hanging, by the way. Yeah, I tossed a coin to choose the first move. Okay, so then maybe this is not so stupid, this first move. But if our queen is hanging... Karin Kans, thanks for the follow. So if our queen is hanging, he might even try king here, for example. And then it's not simple anymore. Ah, yes, it is. We go queen d5, and we still have a fork. A very annoying fork. Because two pieces attack this one. Okay, okay. So knight takes... Imagine doing that on an official match. I could do that. I mean, we really do that just without actually tossing the coin, but sometimes we do random picks, right? But yeah, that could be funny. I have to try that one. Okay, so check takes, rook check, king c3, I'm assuming, then queen takes rook, and we're checkmating him all over the place, I assume. So that has to be good. Yeah, probably I didn't consider any other moves, so probably I'm gonna fail this one, but he goes for this. Okay, so here's where I thought queen d5 should be winning. Let's go. And now, simple chess. Okay, what's the time situation? 1 hour, 59 minutes, 9 seconds. Okay, so this is going to be the last one. Let's try to solve it. It's nice, this battery here, it's really nice. So one idea that we can have is that one, because knight f4 will threaten both this fork and c5. We can start with c5, but that seems risky. Okay, so knight here, the bishop is pinned, so there's no bishop f6, for example. And because it's pinned, if he makes loot for the king, we just go c5 and win a piece. The only problem is our knight is also undefended, so there might be some chances for white to play like rook f3, counterplay on f7, counterplay on the knight. And knight to check is not enough. Okay, so he cannot create Luft because we win the exchange. What are you saying, Pepe? So knight f4, rook f3, knight check, king f1, knight takes, rook takes, knight f4, rook f3, c5, rook takes. Not quite there. Not quite there. Okay, there's an interesting one. Knight f4, rook f3, queen g4. The rook cannot go back to g3, and if he plays g3, I might take the rook. Yeah, simply take the rook. And I'm threatening mate, so rook f3 doesn't seem like a good move. So knight f4, I'm liking it even more. Looks like something with the back rank. Yeah. c5 is the idea, I think. But for that we need to move this knight. So knight f4, rook f3, queen g4 seems very strong move. Okay, I'm gonna go for knight f4. And queen g4 here. Yes. Yes. Well, in the end, not such a terrible session. Yeah, so yeah, here knight f4 has a double threat of this fork and c5 winning the piece. Not easy to defend, yeah. And queen g4 threatens mate. If the rook goes back, there's the fork. Yeah, so pretty much rook takes f4 is forced. And yeah, that's it. Okay, guys, enough for me. Thanks for being there, and I'll be streaming more this week. It seems that on Wednesday 10 p.m. Cescudo and I are going to play the final part of our match, and very likely on Thursday I'm going to be streaming with Pieszka. Yeah, this was the serious one, Karmar, but we're gonna have funnier ones. All right. Yeah, and tomorrow is Cuartillo is coming also. So yeah, good things are coming. Yeah, see you Wednesday, Cescudo, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.